What's up, Mudpuppies? Welcome to another episode of the Cryptid Files, the podcast that talks to you all about cryptids, monsters, myths, magic, folklore,
Files,
ghosts,
Scientologists, Mormons, the government,
aliens,
shoes,
and a lot of dicks. The more that I'm editing episodes, the more I realize how often we talk about penises.
Well, that was just the Wampanoag. And the platypus.
And platypus.
And gorillas.
And gorillas.
And something else. But,
And Agua and a bunch of other things.
yeah,
Talk about a lot of things.
that's whatever.
Tonight is our Easter special. We're back with another one. Last year we covered Easter.
Yeah,
This
special.
year, we're diving into the Easter Bunny.
Yes. This is an interesting story.
Yeah, dude.
And it's very self-explanatory, honestly.
Yeah, it's a bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you dive
next
into...
week.
Yes, no. Once you dive into the origins, you're like, oh, fuck, it's literally that.
Yeah. So the Easter Bunny. Everybody knows the Easter Bunny.
Everybody does.
Where did he come from?
Yes.
Like most bunnies' parents.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week.
Like most bunnies and eggs. No.
All right. So Easter Bunny started, they say, with Eostre. So Eostre is an Anglo-Saxon and Germanic goddess.
Yeah.
We don't know a lot about Eostre, mostly from art, one real text, and a few hand-me-down, passed-down legends.
Yeah.
But what we do know about Eostre is that she was the goddess of spring and dawn, and she was always depicted with rabbits and hares, and because they were symbols of fertility and renewal.
Yeah.
And one of the legends says that one of her pet rabbits actually used to be a bird that she transformed into a rabbit.
Yeah.
And that rabbit could lay eggs because it still held on to that power from being a bird.
Yeah, so what happened was basically she transformed a wounded bird into a hare to save its life so it could survive during winter.
Yes.
And because it was once a bird, this hare retained the ability to lay eggs, which it decorated and gifted to the goddess in gratitude.
So there's a lot more to than just being like,
Yeah,
a bunny now.
so she fucked...
That's cool.
This actual rabbit was the first egg decorator in history. It would lay eggs and decorate them and gift them to the fertility goddess.
So it didn't decorate them in its body, it like laid eggs and actually
Yeah.
painted with this little bunny paws.
It was an artist punny. The rabbit and eggs are just ancient fertility symbols.
Right.
Like even before Eostre, or also known as Esther or Ostara,
Right.
the eggs and rabbits were always symbols for fertility.
Right. Right.
In multiple religions.
And then we move forward to actual Ostara. Then Ostara is a holiday that was taken from her name.
Yes.
Ostara is a pagan holiday celebrating the spring equinox.
Well, Ostara was also a translation of her name too.
Yes.
There's multiple translations of her name.
Right.
But the
Like I
holiday,
said, they took her name and created a holiday out of it. It celebrated spring equinox, and it represented the renewal and fertility and everything, much like the goddess itself. And rabbits are a common symbol, as well as eggs, flowers, and seeds, because they all represent life, birth, rebirth, and renewal.
And as we see with a lot of like pagan traditions and holidays, they were all focused on nature, changing of seasons, growth of crops, death of crops.
Growth of death. Death
Yeah.
of growth.
Yeah. People dying, people being born. This was the people being born in life one versus sad death and decay.
Yeah. It's a happy holiday.
Happy holiday.
And in the 1500s, now that we get into Christianity, Christianity adopts the rabbit symbols and the Ostara and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and the German Christians create the Osterhare, which is the Easter hare.
Yeah. So, well, a little bit before that. So,
Yeah, hit me.
so we're talking like 1500s to like 16, like even 1700s here. Germans started celebrating Osterhaus,
Right.
which is Easter hare in like a translation, but it wasn't as much Christianity at this point. It was more of just a basic tradition passed down from the older roots. So at this time, the children would build nests that basically they would think that the Osterhaus,
Right, would
the
lay
Easter
eggs in
hare,
them.
would come and lay colored eggs.
Right.
If they were good, they would leave eggs. If they were bad, they wouldn't get eggs. So this is the first ever version of a rabbit delivering eggs to children. And this is before Christianity's input to this. So at this point, they're not celebrating Christ coming back to life.
Right. They're just
celebrating
Easter hare.
Easter hare. It's just basic passed down religion or ceremonial aspects from that older religion that's kind of like just spread through culture.
Yes.
There's no religious aspect here yet.
Right.
So he's like a fuzzy Santa right now.
Actually, yeah, because then as German immigrants moved to America and Christianity became more of a thing, they started like sanctifying the Easter Bunny, the Osterhare.
Osterhare.
And not only was it laying eggs, it was laying these colorful eggs. It actually wasn't laying eggs anymore. It was bringing the eggs.
Yeah.
It was delivering the eggs. It was delivering presents. It was delivering candy to specifically good children. It was almost like this, hey, Santa really worked with Christmas. Let's do the same thing with Easter.
Yeah.
Kind of idea.
So even before the U.S. happened, though, too, the Catholic Church, as we see with a lot of pagan religions, they love jumping in there, diving in a little bit.
This is mine now.
So they merged timing of Christ's resurrection, right?
I'm Crisis.
With Osterhaus, because the celebrations were kind of happening at the same time. And they started using bunnies and eggs as symbols basically for Easter, which is the celebration of, Christ coming back to life. There's a huge argument about this online too.
Right.
There are people in various Christian groups right now that are saying Easter has nothing to do with Osterhaus, because it's a constant battle with a lot of these Christian holidays, like Santa Claus.
It's nothing to do with Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's got they're like, oh, it's got nothing to do with pagan roots. It's got nothing to do with Yule. It's got nothing to do with any of the solstice things.
Right.
But it's the evidence is in the history. We're looking at it. It literally has the fucking name of the goddess. Right. They're like, oh, Easter doesn't directly translate to Esther. I'm like, yes, or Oestra, but Oestra translated to Esther. Right. Esterhar.
Right. Which turned into Easter.
Right. So it's layers. It's layers. It's like what happened with Saint Nicholas, Santa Claus.
Yeah.
We come up with an entirely new word, and all of a sudden Santa Claus is a saint.
Right.
Saint Nicholas again. Right. It's a full circle here.
Mm-hmm.
A full circle with Christianity taking the timing, some symbolism, and then sprinkling it into a whole holiday.
Yeah.
Now,
because somebody somewhere, some monk sitting in a temple somewhere going, you know what tastes good? Communion wine. And then after a few communion wines, he went, we should use the bunny.
Yeah. We should use the bunny. Now, it also worked out really good because Easter's right after Lent.
And Lent sucks.
Yeah. But during the Middle Ages,
Lent sucked more.
Yeah. So they considered eggs part of that food you're supposed to stay away from. Because right now it's just meat and like dairy products, I think.
I don't even think dairy products. I think you just stay away from meat. Like
meat. It used to be
eat fish and all that. That's where the fillet of fish actually came from. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Because McDonald's was like, how do we still sell our shit during Lent? And during Lent, you're allowed to eat fish on Fridays. Yeah. So they were like, we'll make a fillet of fish. People come to McDonald's on Fridays and we'll stay in business. And lo and behold, it stuck around. They also tried a pineapple sandwich and it did not work.
I'm sure it didn't. Yeah. Anyways, so at that time period in the Middle Ages, eggs were not allowed to be eaten on Lent. Right? And we're talking about an area where Christianity was a staple of existence. So everybody was just avoiding everything. So after Lent, everyone had all these fucking eggs saved up. And it just mingled even more with the Easterhaus tradition, where they started giving these decorated eggs that they just all had.
Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
Yeah, no, because they had all these eggs from the chickens that they just, they didn't kill all the chickens during Lent, They just stopped eating the eggs. So it's very interesting.
Imagine if Lent fell close to the Goosey Night. Instead of giving them to each other, we'd just be chucking them at each other.
Yeah, I know. Craziness.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. Pennsylvania Dutch.
Who aren't actually Dutch. They're Germans and people from... Some of them are Dutch.
Yeah,
most of them are actually Germans, though.
Yeah. Anyways, so they kept those traditions going. Yes, they made nests, which later evolved into baskets. The hair became more bunny-like, cuter, less folklore weird. And then eggs became decorated, then chocolate, and then commercialized. So they started...
It's like Coca-Cola and Santa Claus.
Yeah. No, this is Hershey's.
Okay, so I was like, which chocolate company did it?
No, it was Hershey's. So Hershey's basically started
Cadbury?
making what?
It wasn't Cadbury?
No, it wasn't.
Wow,
it was
that
Hershey's.
Surprised me because now you think of Cadbury eggs.
This was in like the 1800s, well, late 1800s. Hershey's made chocolate more affordable and suddenly easier to spread.
How long has Hershey's been around?
Long time, dude.
Really?
Yeah, Hershey's been around.
I know it was old, but I didn't think it was like.
So they made chocolates.
Old.
And they were the ones that first like were started marketing it towards children more.
Right, because it wasn't cocoa anymore.
It wasn't
like,
accessible.
Yeah.
Like, people did not have chocolate all the time, and Hershey's was like, fuck it, let's make this sweet as fuck and make it so that everyone can have it.
Holy crap, 1894.
Yeah. They made the first accessible chocolate and started making candied eggs, candied bunnies, selling during Easter. And they started advertising and marketing it as Easter candy.
Right.
And then people was like, oh, you do an egg hunt during Easter. And it just kind of like evolved from there. Peeps came about, I think it was like the 1950s. And they just kind of jumped on the Easter train. Easter was already established when Peeps kind of jumped on board.
I feel like Peeps were invented for Easter, not the other way around.
Yeah. So the bunny is entirely pagan rooted there. It's got
1953 Peeps.
Yeah, 1953. Yeah. It's got absolutely nothing to do with the entire...
1948.
48.
1953 is when they became more various colors and all that kind of fun stuff.
It is entirely based...
On paganism. Yeah.
It is entirely based. Literally, the idea of a bunny laying eggs and decorating them was the original purpose of that holiday. One of the original foundations to it. And somehow there's still the argument of where did Easter come from? Where did the bunny come from? They're like, oh, it's all from the roots of the bunny coming out of its home. And
you mean like Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Like, they grabbed the bunny and it until Jesus came back.
They say like, you know, the bunny coming out of the hole in the ground is like symbolism for Christ coming out of the cave on the third day.
There's a lot of animals that come out of... You know what also comes out of the hole in the ground? Snakes. And you know what the Bible doesn't like? Snakes.
Yeah, Bible hates snakes, dude. Bible hates snakes.
You know what else lives in holes in the ground? Trapdoor spiders. I don't see them with Easter.
No, they lay eggs too.
Gophers too. And most people hate gophers.
Yeah.
Weasels. We have Weasel Stomping Day. They're not involved with Easter.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's because the money comes out of the ground.
No, it's not. It's 100% based off of this. There's literally a holiday that describes everything about this holiday from hundreds of years ago.
Thousands even.
Yeah. So, fuck it. That's what it is.
Bunny.
Yeah, there's your bunny. That's the full explanation. There's really not anything else to go into on that. I mean, we dug into... I'm not going to dig all into Easter all over again, the historical roots.
We did that. If you haven't seen that episode, go back and check it out. So, Charlie, how would you fight the Easter Bunny?
Easter Bunny depends on the size.
Yeah?
We talking about a dude in a suit?
We're talking about the Easter Bunny.
Like the OG Easter Bunny?
Yeah, like the Easter Bunny.
Just a rabbit that lays eggs?
Yeah.
First of all, rabbits don't fight, dude.
Yes, they do.
They don't fight people.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Have you ever seen a male hare when a female hare is in the way?
Okay,
or
dude.
a female hare is in table? Have you ever seen that video of the fucking zookeeper getting the shit kicked out of her?
By a rabbit?
I mean, she's not losing to it. She's just like kicking the shit out of her.
Okay, rabbits are prey animal.
Yeah, but hares kick hard.
Okay, no, they don't kick hard. They might get aggressive, but they're not gonna fucking hurt you. What's your definition of kick hard? A kangaroo kicks hard. A rabbit doesn't fucking kick hard. A rabbit might try to kick hard. That doesn't mean the fucking kick is hard.
They box with their front paws, but they're not strong enough to really...
No, yeah, they're not fucking...
I mean, if it punches you in the eye...
No! I'd probably be fucking fine, honestly. But, yeah, no, dude, a fucking rabbit, dude, I could beat the fuck out of a rabbit if I needed to. I think catching it would be the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Need a net. Thing would run away from me. And I would keep the fuck... I wouldn't even fight it. I would keep it. Fucker lays eggs. That's fucking cool.
It's a magical rabbit. It used to be a bird.
Yeah.
So
yeah, easy fight, dude.
That sucks. Of all the bird powers it could have retained, it didn't...
Like not flying?
It got laying eggs.
Got laying eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, that was just because they were already existing symbolisms for the god.
Right.
Symbols for the god. So.
All right, Charlie. Let's rate this thing. How real is the Easter Bunny?
Not at all.
No. You don't think
Maybe... All right, look. I like how it's got older pagan roots, and it just survived.
Yeah. That doesn't make it real.
No. No, it doesn't. But I like to think nature gods are cool. And I'll give a little bit for... It'd be really cool if it was real. So I'll give it a 1.
A 1. I am a pagan, and I'm not even going to do that. I'm sorry. Yeah. But maybe... No, I can't even. I'll give it like half a point.
Yeah.
Just because I...
You said Odin wasn't real in the Santa Claus episode, too. Fucking terrible.
I didn't say Odin was real. I said Santa Claus was real.
You said 2 out of 3 aren't real.
Aren't confirmed. How cool is the Easter Bunny?
Pretty cool. It's pretty sick.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm a fan. I'm a fan, dude. I like how he scares kids. You ever seen like scary Easter bunnies showing up? Those fucking, just kids just run away. That's not the Easter bunny. That's not my dad. That's pretty fucking cool. It's one of those pagan traditions that survived so long just because people loved it. They like just having this fun rabbit that would come around and lay eggs and do shit. It's not threatening.
Right.
It's not evil. Doesn't even do anything if you're bad. It just doesn't give you shit. But I think it's pretty cool for that. So I'm going to give it a solid 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a bunny that lays eggs. Not inherently
It's
cool.
more than a bunny that lays eggs. It's a bunny with a story. You have to think about how cool the story is. Like how, and not just the origin story, the story of it surviving through ages. Look at it with some historical perspective here, man. This thing survived the Catholic Church. A lot of shit didn't. This one did. And you paint eggs now. And every year, people ask, why the fuck are we doing this?
It doesn't make it cool, though.
I think it's pretty cool.
I'll give it a 2.5.
Alright, cool. Terrible score, but fine.
It's a bunny that lays eggs.
Yeah.
It's a cool reason why
It's more than that.
eggs, but it's still a bunny that lays eggs.
It's more than that, but yeah.
I'm taking it for face value here. How unique is it?
Very. It's a bunny that lays eggs. Name another one.
I can name a lot of bunny cryptids.
Do they lay eggs?
No, that's the only X factor it's got.
Its survival factor from history is one of the most unique things about it too. The fact that it made it over 1,000 years with pretty much the exact same fucking story. A magical bunny that lays eggs and decorates them.
Yeah.
That's
a plus.
That's pretty impressive. And also, it didn't catch on as much as Christmas.
Right.
It's
but
still
stuck around.
It's still stuck around. It's still well known. It did infiltrate capitalism, which is pretty sick. Or capitalism infiltrated
Yeah, I was
it.
going to say, capitalism kind of infiltrated it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's pretty unique. So I'll give it another 4 for that.
4, okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. It's unique that it lays eggs. It's unique that it survived the way it did.
Mhm.
But it's also a bunny.
Yeah.
And I can name 3 more bunnies off the rip.
Yeah.
Plus.
That's fine.
So
It's I would say it's not in that category though, because those are cryptids. Those are like beings that are said to exist all over the place. They're supposed to be like groups of like jackalope and shit, right?
yeah. But see, right off the rip, you named a bunny.
I know, but that's not the Easter Bunny. It's nothing like the Easter Bunny.
I'll give it a 3.
Okay.
That's the best I can give
Yeah, it's terrible, but
it.
you gotta get better at this, dude.
I'm just a little bit more realistic than you.
I'm fairly realistic.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed about all these cryptids lately.
I'm looking,
Which is funny, because the way we started, you were like I'm going to give it half a point.
but yeah, I haven't been giving them all good. You're mad. You're still mad that I gave Santa Claus a fucking awesome score.
No, I'm still mad about the bullshit Dark Watchers.
They're great.
They're not cool.
They're fucking cool. Is Matt Duck ready?
Matt Duck's been ready.
All right, we got a 1 plus 4 plus 4. We got a grand total of 9. We have your score is 5.5 plus 2.5 plus 3, 6, and then a grand total of 15. Easter Bunny got a 15.
Got a 15.
It's a very medium score.
It's a perfectly medium score.
Yeah.
It's the mediumest score you can
It's
get.
the
on our
most
scale.
medium you can possibly get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Easter Bunny, man.
That is the Easter Bunny. I think it deserves a little bit more, but that's
I
just
think
me.
you're wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah. You just don't understand history. That's fine.
Now listen.
Do you not think it's cool, the history behind this one?
I think the history behind it is cool, but I'm not rating the history of it. I'm rating the thing.
Well, you are, though. That's like... You definitely are. You're not just, If we rated every cryptid just on its base appearance...
I'm not rating it on base appearance. I'm rating the thing itself.
Yeah, the coolness
It's a
factor.
bunny that lays eggs.
Yeah.
That used to be a bird.
The part of... Its story is a part of it, though. You can't separate the story. You mean you separate the story from everything?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Lizard Man.
You want to go back and see the rating we gave the Lizard Man? It was awful.
For coolness?
Yeah.
All right, what about... What's one that had a really cool story? Kofi Fanged Humanoids.
I gave them a good rating because they were inherently cool things. Not because of the story.
Okay, that story had nothing to do with your coolness factor?
No.
You're fucking lying to me right now.
I'm not.
That story was cool as fuck.
Yeah. The story's
Yeah.
great.
Grafton Monster.
It's not a cool cryptid. Actually, it is kind of a cool cryptid.
And
It's a headless blob monster.
Okay, we gave it a pretty good cool factor.
I think so.
Okay. And you're telling me that entire cool
Had nothing to do
factor...
with the story.
Fuck you. You're lying.
Never has to do with the story.
No, that giant blob... Dude, you're so full of shit right now. That giant blob monster is not cool.
They've always been.
No, that is based off the cryptid. The story's part of the cryptid, dude. The story is 100% part of the cryptid.
The story is just about the cryptid.
That's wrong. You know that's wrong. You know that's not how you've been rating them. You know that. In fact, I bet we can go back in this episode and I talked to you about how the story was a little bit cool and you said, "Oh, I factored that in."
No.
I guarantee it.
I swear to you.
We could rule it.
We honestly, most of the time when we write, you go, "I'm giving it this because of the story." And I go, "You gotta separate the story."
No, and I tell you no. But also, during this exact episode, like 10 minutes ago, I said, you were giving it a coolness factor. I said, "But what about this? You know, it survived through history." And you're like, "Okay, I'll give it a little bit for that."
It survived through history.
That's the fucking part of this goddamn story.
No,
fuck
it's
you.
the cryptid.
No, fuck you. You admitted to factoring it in, and then
You're twisting the narrative.
no, I'm not. I'm just.
Objection, leading the witness.
I think I just caught you, dude. But anyways, whatever. Fuck it.
We're not rating the story. We're rating the cryptid.
You already admitted when you gave
twisting the narrative.
Stop.
You should be a lawyer.
When you gave the Easter Bunny
slimy
its
bastard.
rating, I said, "This is cool about it. It's how it survived through history and this come up and the whole story of its origin." And then you said, "Okay, I'll factor that in. That makes sense. It is pretty cool." And now you're saying that you don't incorporate the story? Right after you clearly fucking admitted on your fucking rating how you incorporated the fucking story?
I think you're wrong.
So you think a 2.5 on the coolness factor is just an egg-laying bunny? No story?
Anybody that survived history.
Okay. You're out of your fucking mind now. That's part of the story, dumbass. That's part of the fucking story.
If you say so.
That's part of the fucking story. No, I know so. That's not even me saying so. That's just a fucking fact. I'm sorry. You fucked up. You're wrong. It's okay. I've been wrong a few times, I'm sure. Possibly.
Yeah.
You're wrong here, right now. And I can see it.
That makes you feel better.
Yeah. It does make me feel better.
Listen, the Easter Bunny got the score it got because it got what it got.
Yeah.
You get what you get and you don't get upset. Man.
Yeah. Just frustrated me there.
Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe if you're not already.
Yeah.
Find us on Twitch. Follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah.
Follow us on TikTok. Join us in the Discord. Check out our merch store. We got a bunch of cool stuff there on our fourth wall.
Yeah.
Donate to the podcast if you want to help us out. Check all our shit out. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.